Welcome to my channel. You're watching KNV Monsters. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the 4th battle for February 2024. Basically, I'm just going to be fighting all the monsters on the list today, starting off with Sanglupban. This is the easy mode. If you don't have a lot of strong monsters right now, or if you just got into the Vital Bracelet or Raising Digimon on the BE, then they still allow you to participate in these battles with the easy mode. This guy's super easy, probably just gonna one-shot him here. One thing I did want to talk about in this video is how good the 4th battle is for practicing the bubble minigame. And luckily I was able to get 39 bubbles on that first match here. It's pretty good. But the beauty of it is that you can just continuously do these fights over and over again without the stress of another opponent. So what I've noticed whenever I'm doing an actual PvP match is that sometimes I get a little bit nervous or in my own mind, and so I'll mess up on the mini game, mess up on defense, mess up on decision making. Unfortunately, this doesn't really teach you much for decision making. That's kind of something that you have to learn as you play the game and as you play against other opponents. But this is a good way to definitely practice the bubbles. Got a 30 right there. Not too good, but again, this is just practice. I think if I got a 40, I probably could have one-shot this Datamon here. I decided to switch out from the original team that I had. I just added Fenrir to give the Alphamon some extra help with the AP boost. So yeah, this is the medium difficulty. Very easy, nothing too crazy here. Got 847 points for that. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to record when I actually opened up the app when it decides what team you are, but I did get Team Hackers, I believe. And from the time of this video, there is about 2.5 days left, 2 days maybe, for the 4th battle. So if you watch this video and you haven't checked it out yet, I would definitely get on the app and start doing some of these battles just to get some practice in. Got another 39 bubbles right here, which is, really good. 40 is the max amount of bubbles that you can get. Anything after 40, so basically every 2 bubbles after 10 grants you an additional 1% AP boost on the minigame. Without any buffs, I believe just a straight 10 will give you about a 35% boost, plus 1% for every 2 bubbles after that. So 40 gives you an additional 15%, and then anything after 40 doesn't count. However, it is good to at least practice to get more than 40, or at least to get to 40 consistently, which is why I think the 4th battle is good to participate in. And so I'm just fighting Gundramon here. This is the hard level. Again, not too difficult. Got 36 right there. Very easy, just did the first 3 monsters, willy-nilly. Really no issues there. Got 1408 points on that one. And so for the ultimate battle, I really like that they added this in for the 4th battle, because this is actually like the best monster to fight. I think 1, to get more points overall, but 2, also to get more turns in during the practice battle. Because if you just use the regular practice function on the app, I mean, you're pretty much one-shotting the characters that they have there with your maxed out stat megas. which is why I usually use the test monsters to actually fight if I'm going to practice on the actual practice function for this app. I kind of wish the practice function had harder monsters, or at least, you know, they didn't. Well, no, honestly, I do wish that they had harder monsters. It would make the game a lot more interesting. It'd make it easier to get into practice, to get more turns in during the actual practice, to use the megas that you want to. You know, I kind of wish the AI was a little smarter. Instead of getting, for instance, a 7% AP boost on this Cherubimon Black, you know, instead that they would get actual, like, legit player versus player type of percentage increases. Also on defense as well. It would just make the game a little bit more interesting, I think. So I decided to go with double data monster here. Obviously, Ras and Monfury mode in the back is going to be buffing the Mirage Galgamon Burst mode by 20% AP, and then Mirage Burst has the UR, which buffs its AP by 25%. Basically using the AP to my advantage. I got a 41 combo right there. That's pretty good. What I'm looking for in a match is basically practice time. You know, jumping into a match with a monster and having as many turns as possible to do the bubble game and to just practice my bubbles. There's a couple things that I would recommend for a bubble if you're trying to get good at the bubble game. I thought it'd be cool to actually include a video of me showing you how I do the bubbles with my hand, and that'll be the next video here. So basically, whenever I do the bubbles, I only use my right index finger. And pretty much the only advice that I can give when doing bubbles is that whenever the big bubbles, for instance 1 to 10, they're always going to be big bubbles, and so I try to hit those as quickly as possible. Messed up there, but that's totally fine. This is just practice. Again, nothing too serious. I'm not playing against another player, so it's totally fine. But, you know, hit the big bubbles fast is what I'm trying to do. Whenever the small bubbles start popping up, they're kind of really hard to hit, and so I like to just slow down, take my time, get through the small bubbles, speed up again through the bigger bubbles, and just keep up the pace as quickly as possible. I find it to be more consistent that way, at least, so I'm always hitting at least between 30 and 40, which is good. Sometimes, obviously, you know, you mess up, but that's just part of the game. Another thing I try to do is I try to trace the bubbles with my eyes, and so if I see, for instance, I'm like after 10, it's going to be getting a little bit difficult with the small bubbles mixed in with the big ones. So what I'll try to do is just find the numbers in order ahead of time and try to hit those numbers in like a combo, if that makes sense. So, you know, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Just trying to figure out and map out where the bubbles are ahead of time before I even get my finger to there, to kind of just have an idea of where I want my finger to go in the first place. Now, there are obviously different ways that you can do bubbles. You can use both of your index fingers. You know, I've heard of people using their right index finger and then like a stylus pen in the left hand. I've never tried that. I honestly can't do two fingers. I get really confused whenever I'm trying to find the bubbles and figuring out which ones to hit, but there are many ways that you can try to, you know, if you want to try different things to try to get better, then you can always try those other ways as well. For me, my right index finger works perfect, and you know, I'm just trying to hit the bubbles as consistently as possible. I'm really not going for speed. I just want to be as consistent as possible, and so that's my video for the 4th battle event. I really think this is a great way to practice if you're struggling at hitting a high number of bubbles or anything like that. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below of how you hit the bubbles, whether you use 2 hands or 1 hand, or if you include a stylus in that as well. But yeah, again, thank you for watching. I am working on a couple more videos that will be coming out shortly, and stay tuned for those. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.